Have you ever felt a sudden dizziness after standing up from a chair, lightheadedness when bending down to pick something up, or an unexplained fatigue even after a good night's sleep? Many seniors in the United States experience these symptoms weekly, and most assume it's just a normal part of aging. But doctors at leading stroke centers are issuing a different warning. These could be silent signals that your brain circulation is in trouble. Even more concerning, the very vitamins you take each morning, those advertised to boost memory, heart health, or fight aging, may actually be increasing your risk of stroke in ways no one expected. Recent research in the US has found that certain vitamins, when used incorrectly, can raise stroke risk by as much as 347%. And the most dangerous part? Almost no one realizes it until it's too late. So if you're over 60, take daily vitamins, or have elderly loved ones who do, this video may be exactly what you need to hear before it's too late. In the United States, a senior suffers a stroke every 10 minutes. And what's alarming experts is that most of these cases are no longer linked to traditional risk factors like fast food, smoking, or genetics. Instead, growing attention in recent years has focused on the misuse of certain dietary supplements, especially among those over 60. Vitamins once thought to be harmless and even prescribed to support memory, heart health, or vision are now being found to potentially alter blood viscosity, narrow brain capillaries, and increase the risk of hemorrhage or silent mini-strokes, particularly when combined with blood pressure or blood-thinning medications. What's even more concerning is that most of these vitamins aren't rare. They're found in everyday multivitamins taken by millions of Americans. In today's video, we'll help you identify 6 of the most common vitamins that could quietly increase your stroke risk if taken in the wrong dose, form, or combination. We'll break down each one from the least to the most dangerous, backed by the latest scientific evidence published in trusted medical journals. More importantly, you'll learn how to make smart adjustments, choose safer forms, or switch to natural food alternatives so you can continue to supplement your health without putting your brain at risk. Before we dive into the details of each vitamin, I'd like to take a moment to connect directly with you, our valued viewers watching this video. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or older, please share your age in the comments below so we can tailor our advice to better suit your specific stage of health. And if you currently take any vitamins or dietary supplements each morning, don't hesitate to mention the product name in the comments as well. Our team at Watch Senior Health reads every single comment and does our best to respond with personalized guidance. Be sure to watch this video until the end, because missing even a small detail could mean missing the chance to uncover a hidden cause that may be quietly damaging your brain's blood vessels every day without you realizing it. Our promise is this: by the end of the video, you'll know how to identify the 6 most potentially harmful vitamins, learn how to read labels the right way, and more importantly, understand which natural alternatives can protect your brain health without raising your risk of stroke. If you find this content helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our weekly videos on senior health. And if this video speaks to your current situation, type the number 1 in the comments. If you're unsure or have questions, type 0, because your personalized answer might just appear in our follow-up response. Vitamin E has long been considered a golden nutrient for heart health, skin, and memory. However, what many people don't realize is that up to 90% of vitamin E supplements on the market today, especially those found in multivitamins for seniors, contain a synthetic form known as DL-alpha tocopherol. This is not the natural form your body is familiar with. Once in the bloodstream, the synthetic version is not only less efficiently metabolized, but may actually interfere with the absorption of natural vitamin E forms, which are crucial for protecting blood vessel walls, reducing inflammation, and preventing abnormal clotting. A study published in the British Medical Journal found that taking high doses of synthetic vitamin E increases the risk of brain hemorrhage by 22% in older adults. This risk becomes especially serious if you're also taking aspirin, warfarin, or other blood-thinning medications. Warning signs such as frequent nosebleeds, unexplained bruising, Dizziness upon standing or sudden blurred vision should not be ignored. They may indicate that your blood is becoming too thin, making the brain's delicate microvessels more vulnerable to damage. The danger lies in the fact that these effects don't appear immediately. Synthetic vitamin E can quietly build up in the system over days or weeks, turning from helpful to harmful, particularly when the body is dehydrated or experiencing even slight increases in blood pressure. The safest solution is this: check your product label carefully. If it lists DL-alpha tocopherol, that's the synthetic form, and it's best to stop using it. Instead, choose products labeled D-alpha tocopherol, along with other natural tocopherols like gamma and delta. These are natural forms that your body absorbs more effectively. Even better, try getting your vitamin E from whole foods. Just a small handful of sunflower seeds provides more than 7 milligrams of natural vitamin E. Avocados, spinach, and almonds are also excellent choices. And if you're on anticoagulant medication, always consult your doctor before adjusting your vitamin E intake. Eliminating synthetic vitamin E from your supplement routine is a critical first step in protecting the brain's microvascular system, one of the most fragile and easily damaged systems in the body after age 60. Vitamin A is a familiar nutrient found in many eye health and skin support supplements for older adults. However, not everyone realizes that certain synthetic forms of vitamin A, particularly retinol palmitate and retinol acetate, can pose serious health risks if they accumulate over time. Unlike beta-carotene from natural foods, which the body can regulate based on its needs, synthetic vitamin A is not easily controlled. When intake exceeds safe limits, it tends to build up in the liver and soft tissues, especially in the brain, where the already delicate microvascular system becomes increasingly fragile with age. A study published in the journal Stroke in 2014 found that individuals with high serum retinol levels had a significantly higher risk of ischemic stroke. In excess, synthetic vitamin A can constrict the brain's small blood vessels, trigger oxidative stress, and raise intracranial pressure, all of which are known triggers for stroke, chronic headaches, dizziness, double vision, nosebleeds, or unexplained nausea. These symptoms are often mistaken for natural aging, but in reality, they could be the silent result of long-term accumulation from daily multivitamins. Seniors are especially vulnerable, as the liver's ability to metabolize vitamin A declines with age, making it more prone to buildup. If you also take cod liver oil, eat organ meats frequently, drink vitamin A-fortified milk, or consume enriched cereals, your daily intake may unknowingly double or triple the recommended limit. The safest course of action is to avoid any products listing retinol palmitate or retinol acetate unless specifically prescribed by a physician. Instead, opt for beta-carotene from natural sources such as carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, or pumpkin. These plant-based sources allow the body to convert only what it needs into vitamin A, preventing harmful buildup. If you're taking vitamin A to support eye health, consider switching to safer formulas that contain beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, nutrients proven to enhance vision without negatively impacting brain blood vessels. And if you've been using synthetic vitamin A continuously for more than 3 months, it's wise to get your liver enzymes and vitamin A levels checked. Early detection can help reverse accumulation before it becomes a serious threat to your brain's vascular health. For years, ginkgo biloba, also known as maidenhair tree, has been one of the most trusted herbal supplements among seniors in the United States, thanks to appealing claims of boosting memory, enhancing brain circulation, and slowing cognitive decline. However, recent studies have revealed that this seemingly harmless herb can pose serious risks for people over 60 when used incorrectly, especially at high doses or in synthetic forms of unknown origin. Within the body, ginkgo contains active compounds such as ginkgolides and bilobalides that promote vasodilation and inhibit platelet aggregation. While these effects can improve circulation when used properly, they also significantly increase the risk of bleeding, particularly when combined with blood thinners like aspirin, warfarin, or even over-the-counter painkillers such as ibuprofen. A 2018 study published in Neurology reported that older adults taking high-dose ginkgo had a 38% increased risk of brain hemorrhage. Another case published in the Journal of Geriatric Pharmacotherapy described a spontaneous brain bleed in a patient who combined ginkgo with a daily low-dose aspirin regimen. What's particularly alarming is that most over-the-counter ginkgo products do not clearly label the active compound concentrations and may be adulterated with synthetic additives to boost effects, leaving consumers unaware of how much they're actually ingesting. As blood vessels naturally weaken with age, this lack of transparency can lead to dangerous consequences. Warning signs such as sudden dizziness, slurred speech, confusion, or intense headaches should never be ignored, as they may signal an early brain hemorrhage. If you're currently taking ginkgo, check your label immediately. If the product does not specify a standardized extract ratio, such as 24% flavone glycosides and 6% terpene lactones, it's best to stop using it. Instead, consult your doctor about safer memory support options like low-dose omega-3s, bacopa, or citicoline, nutrients backed by evidence for supporting brain circulation without thinning the blood. Additionally, natural foods like beets, arugula, and other vegetables rich in nitric oxide can help improve cerebral blood flow in a more sustainable and controlled way. Remember, nourishing memory after age 60 is not about thinning the blood. It's about ensuring a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients to every brain cell, something ginkgo cannot always do safely without medical oversight. Vitamin B6 is one of the most commonly used nutrients among older adults to support nerve function, boost metabolism, and reduce tingling or numbness in the hands and feet. You can easily find B6 in multivitamins, nerve support supplements, energy drinks, and even fortified breakfast cereals. However, what most people don't know is that when taken in excessive amounts, vitamin B6 can shift from being a health ally to becoming a neurotoxic agent and significantly increase the risk of stroke, especially in seniors. According to a 2017 study published in Clinical Nutrition, older adults who used high doses of vitamin B6 over long periods had double the risk of developing a condition known as sensory neuropathy, which presents numbness, tingling, muscle weakness, and unsteady gait. More concerning, high doses of B6 can also raise levels of homocysteine, a type of amino acid that, when elevated, causes inflammation and hardening of blood vessels, particularly in the brain's tiny capillaries. A study in the journal Stroke found that elevated homocysteine levels are directly linked to a higher risk of ischemic stroke, even in individuals whose blood pressure and cholesterol levels remain normal. This risk is further amplified when other B vitamins such as B12 or folic acid are taken simultaneously without regular monitoring of homocysteine levels. The problem is that many people don't realize they're overdosing. When combined from multivitamins, nerve supplements, energy drinks, and fortified foods, total daily B6 intake can easily reach 200 to 300 milligrams, up to 3 times the recommended safe limit. Seniors are even more susceptible to excess buildup due to age-related declines in liver and kidney function, which reduce the body's ability to excrete water-soluble vitamins efficiently. The first step is to check the labels of all the products you're currently using. If your total B6 intake exceeds 100 milligrams per day, consider cutting back. Ask your doctor to test your homocysteine levels if you experience symptoms like hand tremors, leg numbness, dizziness upon standing, or have a history of high blood pressure, mini strokes, or memory loss. Be especially cautious of time-release B6 supplements, as they can silently accumulate in the body without showing obvious symptoms until nerve damage has already occurred. Instead of relying on pills, you can meet your B6 needs safely through whole foods like eggs, chicken, tuna, bananas, and leafy greens. These natural sources not only provide the right amount of B6, but also deliver other nutrients that help protect blood vessels and support nervous system health in a more balanced, sustainable, and lower risk way for older adults. We previously discussed synthetic vitamin E in position number 6, but due to its widespread use and hidden dangers, this nutrient deserves to be highlighted again, this time at position number 2. With a deeper look and stronger scientific evidence. Many older adults in the US believe that vitamin E is a top anti-aging nutrient, praised for protecting heart health, improving memory, and enhancing skin appearance. However, what most users don't realize is that nearly all mainstream multivitamins contain a synthetic form of vitamin E, labeled as DL, alpha, tocopherol acetate. This synthetic version is not only poorly absorbed by the body, but also disrupts the natural balance of other forms of vitamin E, such as gamma-tocopherol and tocotrienols, compounds with powerful anti-inflammatory properties and vital roles in protecting the brain's blood vessels. When this balance is thrown off, the body's natural clotting mechanisms can become impaired, causing blood to thin excessively and leaving the already fragile brain capillaries more vulnerable to damage. A large-scale Finnish study involving nearly 29,000 participants, known as the ATBC trial, found that high doses of synthetic vitamin E increased the risk of hemorrhagic stroke by 22% compared to those who didn't supplement. Moreover, doses exceeding 400 international units IU per day were linked to a higher overall mortality rate due to bleeding complications. Another study, published in JAMA, reported a dramatic rise in the risk of intracranial bleeding in older adults who took synthetic vitamin E alongside aspirin or blood thinners, particularly if they had weak blood vessels or poorly controlled blood pressure. The tragic part is that most users don't recognize the danger until serious symptoms appear, such as slurred speech, loss of balance, blurred vision, or severe headaches. That's why it's crucial to read labels carefully. If you see DL-alpha-tocopherol or alpha-tocopherol acetate, that's a red flag indicating a synthetic form. Instead, look for products that contain natural D-alpha-tocopherol, preferably combined with other tocopherols and tocotrienols to deliver more balanced antioxidant protection. If you're taking daily blood thinners, such as warfarin or aspirin, it's best to limit vitamin E intake to under 150 IU per day and focus on food-based sources. Avocados, spinach, almonds, and sunflower seeds not only offer naturally occurring vitamin E, but also contain other beneficial plant compounds that help support heart and brain health more sustainably. This simple adjustment can help you avoid one of the most common yet silent risks facing adults over 60, stroke caused by micronutrient imbalances from seemingly harmless vitamin supplements. Vitamin B12 is widely recognized as an essential nutrient for nerve health, memory, and brain function, especially important for older adults whose ability to absorb B12 from natural food sources tends to decline with age. However, not all forms of B12 are created equal, and the most commonly used form, cyanocobalamin, can lead to serious consequences if taken in high doses over long periods without proper medical supervision. Cyanocobalamin is the cheapest and most widely used form of B12, commonly found in multivitamin pills and used for routine B12 injections in many clinics. The problem is that this form does not occur naturally in the human body. In order to be used, cyanocobalamin must be converted by the liver into its active form, methylcobalamin. During this conversion, the body also produces a small amount of cyanide byproduct, a toxin that younger individuals can typically eliminate efficiently, but which may accumulate in older adults due to age-related declines in liver and kidney detoxification functions. A 2020 study published in Stroke revealed that seniors with excessively high blood levels of B12, especially from regular cyanocobalamin injections, were 3.5 times more likely to suffer an ischemic stroke compared to those maintaining appropriate levels, particularly when combined with high-dose folic acid. The underlying mechanism appears to be a spike in homocysteine levels, an amino acid directly linked to blood vessel inflammation, thickened blood, and increased clot formation. In aging brains with narrowed blood vessels, even a small clot can trigger a stroke that may be irreversible. Symptoms such as confusion, one-sided weakness, blurred vision, or lightheadedness following a B12 injection should never be dismissed as normal side effects. They could indicate a mini-stroke already in progress. To use B12 safely, ask your doctor for a blood test to confirm whether supplementation is necessary before receiving injections. If supplementation is needed, opt for methylcobalamin, the natural active form that doesn't require conversion, produces no cyanide, and offers superior neuroprotective benefits. For individuals without a confirmed deficiency, a maintenance dose of just 250 to 500 micrograms, taken 2 to 3 times per week, is generally sufficient. And if you have a history of high blood pressure, thick blood, or previous mini-strokes, be especially cautious with B12 injections or high-dose supplements exceeding 1,000 micrograms per day. A small change in the form and dosage of B12 can make a significant difference in protecting the brain from one of the most silent yet dangerous threats to seniors: stroke caused by improper vitamin accumulation. After age 60, every health decision, no matter how small, can have a significant impact. This is especially true when it comes to using vitamins and dietary supplements. Throughout today's video, we've explored 6 common vitamins that, while seemingly harmless, can silently raise the risk of stroke, nerve damage, or brain hemorrhage when taken in the wrong form, at the wrong dose, or without proper timing. These are serious complications that older adults are more prone to due to age-related declines in circulation and metabolism. What's most important to understand is that many of these risks are entirely preventable simply by reading labels more carefully, having open conversations with your doctor, and prioritizing nutrients from whole foods instead of relying solely on pills. Every vitamin has 2 sides. When used correctly, they support healing, preserve memory, reduce fatigue, and improve quality of life. But when used improperly, those small pills can become the very trigger for irreversible damage to the brain's delicate blood vessels. That's why, if you or a loved one is taking vitamins daily, take a few minutes to reassess. Which ones are truly necessary? Are the dosages appropriate for your age and current medications? Could any combinations be silently increasing your risk? Making one small change in your routine today could help preserve your cognition, clarity, and independence for years to come. Don't wait for symptoms to appear before taking action. Start protecting your brain health now, with the right knowledge, smart choices, and the support of a trusted healthcare team. If today's video has helped you better understand how seemingly harmless vitamins can affect brain health after age 60, then now is the time to take action. Go back and review the medicine cabinet and supplements you use every day. If you find any that contain DL-alpha tocopherol, retinol palmitate, cyanocobalamin, or if you're unsure about your current dosage of B6, ginkgo, or vitamin A, don't hesitate to write them down and bring the list to your doctor or a qualified nutritionist. Your health doesn't lie in expensive pills. It lies in understanding what your body truly needs and what it doesn't. If you found the information in this video helpful, please click like to help others discover it too. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss future videos, where we'll continue to share knowledge to help you live healthier, stay proactive, and feel more joyful after 60. Leave us a comment below to let us know which vitamins you're currently taking, or share any questions you'd like us to address. Type 1 if today's content reflects your situation, or 0 if you need additional guidance. Every comment and personal experience you share helps us build a stronger, smarter, and more positive senior health community together. Thank you for staying with us until the very end. We look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we'll uncover 7 harmful vitamin combinations that are silently causing fatigue, insomnia, and rising health risks among millions of older adults. Stay with Watch Senior Health, where medical knowledge is shared with honesty, compassion, and a deep understanding just for you.